about it, well, continuing to coach and do all this, but not just as a coach, but as a former player, what is it like for you watching these guys, the Keons, the Jamals, the Lesters, get the chances that they are getting at the end of the season to kind of, prove themselves as NBA players?
I think that's the progression of basketball for a lot of these guys is they get an opportunity. They've worked their tails off. They're all preparing to, become NBA players and to have long careers. So you want to see them get an opportunity against really good teams, and it's an opportunity for them to see where they match up, and they'll go back and look at some things that they do well. They'll also look at some areas that they can improve in, and that's the beauty in basketball is that it doesn't always happen the way you want to, but eventually, you get an opportunity to step on the floor and see how you match up.
And with the season obviously hadn't gone the way you wanted it to go, but what's it like for you just emotionally going to this last game of this season? It's been disappointing.
I try to always approach it with gratitude. Every chance you get to step on the NBA floor as a player, staff, coach, it's a true blessing. And for sure, the season definitely hasn't went the way we expected it to go. But I'm grateful to be able to step out there today and continue to coach this team.
Kind of bounce off of what Rod just asked, Willie, how much have you just thought about, because it's game 82, just how this season has unfolded? Are there any games that stand out to you, certain moments of whatever may have happened stand out to you?
Yeah, you definitely try to process it as you're going through it. Sometimes it's difficult because you're still in it, but the biggest thing is, it's been a season full of adversity, but trying to find the beauty in that, trying to find some positives out of the difficult circumstances that we've all gone through, and that's the challenge sometimes just in life is, sometimes you dealt a certain hand, and now how can you lock in and try to make something good, make some positives out of it.
There's two parts to this. There's the basketball of what happens on the court, and then there's the business of the NBA. As a player, you've been through all these things. As a coach, as an assistant, and now as a head coach, this is really the first time where it's been this level of adversity for you as a head coach. How do you compartmentalize those things and say, this is the basketball part, but also you are a professional and a business on the business side and understand the pressures of that exterior as well?
It kind of all ties together. The basketball and the business side of it, and you get into this business because you understand that pressure comes with it. Every time our guys step out on the floor, every time we have an opportunity to play against an opponent, every practice, it comes with pressure. So that's a part of it, and the compartmentalizing part of it is, how do you go after it, and then when the game is over, go home and try to live a normal life. So that part is always a challenge for all of us.
And then when you talk to the younger players, the guys who, when the season comes in, they have to start thinking about careers, next steps, and all those things. How did you counsel those younger players throughout the season and kind of have them understand where to keep their focus as well?
The same that I've always talked about with myself and our players is really focus on what you can control, because there's so many circumstances around us that we can't control, but they can show up on time, they can go out every game and compete, play their hardest, they can learn from the mistakes. You're going to make some, but how do you cut down on those mistakes and continue to get better and improve? They can be great teammates. So there's a lot of opportunity to focus on what we can control, and that's what I try to teach our guys.
Well, how frustrating was this season having so many things that you couldn't control?
I mean, for all of us. I speak for myself. That's the most difficult part. Is there's so much that you can't control, and you have to sometimes just surrender to it and continue to fight, stay in there, and stay focused on, okay, this is the next this is the next best thing, is get the team ready, get prepared, let's go out and play. All right, thank you.